Hello and welcome to the 2015 Paradise Jam Men's Tournament Preview Show. If you're as excited as I am that Division I college basketball has returned to the territory, you're in luck because we've got exactly what you need. Over the next half hour, we'll break down what you can expect from this year's men's tournament. And with me is one who is more qualified than any to tell you what's in store for this year. I'd like to welcome back to the show Nels Hawkinson, president of Basketball Travelers and unofficial seasonal mayor of the Virgin of St. Thomas. Welcome back, Nels.
Absolutely. Great to be back here. Year 16. I was like 5 years old when I started the event. So, no, we're excited to be back. Got a great group of men's teams we're excited about and inform everybody during the show today.
The tournament has kicked off already. You guys kick it off every year with a press conference down at the Marriott Frenchman's Reef. This tournament has adopted a famous saying. It's like the road to the Final Four begins in paradise, and that's true for many teams who have come to the Paradise Jam. Fans will know that from having been fans of the women's team and the men's as well. But what they don't know is that this tournament begins for you guys right when it ends. Talk about some of the elements that come together for Basketball Travelers in order to make the Paradise Jam happen every year.
Yeah, actually, we have teams already out to 2019. We're full in 16, we're full in 17. We need a couple teams for 18 on the men's side. So, you know, they schedule so far out in advance on the men's side. In order to get the best teams we can, we need to do that. But then, like this year, we've got some new things happening. We've got the new basketball court that was brought in. You know, us and the University of Virgin Islands split the cost of a $100,000 court, and it's beautiful. We got palm trees popping off in the corners. We've got kind of sun's rays coming out of the logo, and we got a new mascot we'll unveil. It's going to be pretty fun, and of course our beach zone was a big hit last year.
Big hit in the beach zone.
All the social media, like, what in the world? They got a beach zone? What?
They were talking
of course
about
they do it an island, and the whole idea is, you know, get people talking about the Virgin Islands so people come down here and spend lots of money.
So you would think after 16 years you'd let this tournament run itself, but you guys are trying to do something new all the time. It was a beach zone last year. I always got the best seat in the house sitting in the lifeguard's chair in the beach zone last year. We've got a mascot this year, and Nels, tell us a little something about the mascot. First of all, it's a mongoose. Can you give us, how do we know what this mascot looks like?
Well, you know what, I can help you with that. So first of all, the Virgin Islands Waste Management has a thing, preserving paradise. And I'm all about, Seattle was the very first city to start recycling.
And Seattle is where Basketball Travelers
and that's where we're located, and over 90% of all our waste is recycled. It's amazing. So we decided we needed a mascot. So here he is. This is, here we go.
Yeah!
Woo, here I am, everybody. Yeah, this is what we're talking about.
It's like college game day.
This is like college game day, except you know what? There's no mascot for any one particular team, so because I don't want to get in trouble with any of the coaches.
No,
so that's
for the Paradise Jam.
So that's Critter the litter. That's Chipper the litter critter.
The litter critter.
All right, and we want to tell everybody to start recycling and doing the right thing in their purchases, because we want to keep the islands beautiful.
Thank you so much, Nels. Thanks for kicking us off.
Absolutely.
And you will definitely see our new mongoose critter.
The litter critter.
The litter critter down at Paradise Jam. If you make sure and get your tickets. We've got lots more coming up for you right here on the 2015 Men's Tournament Preview. We're going to start breaking down the teams. Up next, we've got Ohio, Tulsa, Hofstra, Florida State. We'll also be telling you a bit about how you can see the UVI Bucks for the first time this season down at the Paradise Jam. Stay with us. Don't go away. It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UBI students with ID, and UBI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back in some. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UBI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UBI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UBI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UBI students with ID, and UBI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games. Welcome back to the men's Paradise Jam preview show. I'm here with Nels Hawkinson. We're going to jump right into the teams to tell you what you can expect from this year's men's field. The bracket is going to be hot. Of course, you can see it all on not all. 6 games will be aired on CBS Sports Network, national TV. Virgin Islands will be featured there. There'll be also some wonderful features that you're producing locally. I'll be glad to join as a sideline reporter at CBS Sports Network again this year. It's going to be a huge amount of fun. We had the beach zone was new last year. We talked about the new court we have in this year. Let's talk about some teams. Ohio, the Bobcats are coming to the Virgin Islands.
They are. Second-year coach Saul Phillips did a great job in North Dakota State. He's trying to get that program going. They lose 4 of their top 5 scorers, so they're going to be down a little bit. However, they got 2 transfers. They got a really good transfer from Michigan State, a great transfer from Houston. So they'll be a little bit better than people think, but not one of the ones I think that'll win this year's event.
Okay. Let's talk about who's up next. Let's talk about Tulsa. That's a good team.
That's a great team. In fact, the
Hurricanes.
only hurricane I want to see come into the Virgin Islands are the Golden Hurricanes
right.
from Tulsa. That's the only one I want to see.
Hurricanes we want.
Frank Hayes been here before. He was here the very first year when we had Miami. So he's been 15 years since he's been back to the territories. They were 23-11, 23-11 last year. Outstanding team. They were in the postseason in the NIT. One of our couple teams that made the postseason, and they're an outstanding team. They're one of my 2 or 3 teams I think that'll have a chance to win this event.
The Hofstra Pride are coming here too as well. They come from the Colonial Athletic Conference, which is one of those small conferences which makes a tournament like this really exciting for them. They're going to see some great competition.
Yeah, but don't count them out. They're picked to win the conference. They're picked to make the NCAA tournament. As you know, they're not in an ACC. They're in that conference, but they were 20-14 last year. They returned 3 starters. And they were also in a postseason event last year. So while I don't pick them to be one of the top 3, if they get on a roll, they could maybe make that championship game. The
Florida State Seminoles are coming to the Virgin Islands, and they play in one of those powerhouse conferences, the ACC. And this team is pretty young. A lot of freshmen on this team.
There are, and they're big. It's the biggest team we've ever had. So they've got a 7'4" guy from Chad. They have a 7'3" guy from Lithuania, and a 7'1" guy called the Winnebago lineup. And they are huge. And so they are an outstanding team. And again, they're one of my 3 with Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina that I think will, 2 of those 3 should be in the championship game.
The Blue Demons of DePaul will be here in the Virgin Islands. The Demons not so scary at 12-20 in play last season. What are you expecting from them in the Paradise Jam this year?
So Dave Lato, very seldom does a coach come back to coach a team he used to coach. He went to Virginia, from a great job. At DePaul where he was before, they went to 3 straight postseason events. Now, I don't know that he's going to make a postseason because their team was 12-20 last year. But their best player is a guy named Billy Garrett Jr. He's actually the assistant coach's son. So it's nice to, they kept the assistant coach. I think also is kind of 2-for-1 kind of deal. But Dave also was the assistant coach to the Tulsa coach last year. So he knows their stuff. So they end up playing against each other. He's got a little more inside skinny than most because he knows everything that, of course, Frank runs at Tulsa.
It's going to be exciting when they get here. We've got lots more coming up. We've got to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the teams coming here for the Paradise Jam. Also, we'll talk about how you can get down to the University of the Virgin Islands and see your hometown Bucks as they take on the BVI during an exhibition during the Paradise Jam tournament this year. I'm here with Nels Hawkinson. Don't go away. It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back in some. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right, the Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games. Welcome back to the U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam Men's Preview Show. I say that because the Paradise Jam has lots of sponsors. We've called it the Easy Bonds Global Payment Paradise Jam. It's had the U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Tourism as always the title sponsor, but it truly is the U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam, as Nels and his team at Basketball Travelers always reminds us. And they are playing at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center. And I just want to give an opportunity to let you all know that Saturday the 21st, between 9:15 and 9:30 after the second game, the UVI Bucks will take on the British Virgin Islands in an exhibition. This is well ahead of their regular season LAI League play. You're going to get an opportunity to see Myron Brown, Coach Myron Brown, now in his second year, Nels. The team he had last year, he inherited, but this one, international. He's got players from Colombia, Canada. He went to my stomping grounds, Pasadena, California, to pick up some players. I stopped by his practice. He is implementing a program like we've never seen in the men's or women's side at UVI. And what's really important is every year at Paradise Jam, we see huge audience attendance for the Bucks game. They come out. but it tends to fall off when the season begins. And I just want to remind you that they really, really need your support. And Nels, it's huge that they get to do this every year for the Paradise
Since
Jam.
the Globetrotters' name's kind of already been stolen, they could be the VI Global Bucks. Okay, that could maybe their nickname or
I
something.
like the Buccaneers.
Okay, Global Buccaneers.
Global Buccaneers. So when did Dr. Hall approach you about allowing UVI to be a part of the Paradise Jam in terms of the men's teams playing an exhibition?
Yeah, well, absolutely. You know, originally they said, well, we just want to be in the tournament. You know, like Great Alaska Shootout, they have Anchorage in the tournament. The tournament in Chaminade plays, and the tournament in Maui and all that. But it's because of rules, it doesn't work out for them to actually be in the tournament to play against the other teams. So we said, all right, well, we'll just have you play against a Puerto Rico team, or in this case, the first time British Virgin Islands team, and give a little early look to see what the team looks like, because this is a great opportunity for them to showcase the towns, because you know they haven't drawn really well over the years, and so we're hoping that this event each year gets people excited, so they come out when they have the regular season.
Well, this is the tropics, people, but that's no excuse to be fair weather fans. Okay, we got to get out there for Paradise Jam and all throughout the year. So Saturday the 21st, come see the Bucks. Let's move on to some D1 Paradise Jam teams. Up next to talk about Indiana State. South Carolina. The Gamecocks are coming.
South Carolina. So Frank Martin and I are actually great friends.
He's a fantastic guy.
In the day when my son was being recruited, Frank Martin has the nastiest stare you've ever seen in college basketball. In fact, I told him, I said, you know what? I says, you're the second nastiest college basketball stare. You know who's number one? He goes, who? He goes, I said, Pat Summitt. He goes, you know what? I'm definitely two. She's nastier than I am. So Frank is excited to be coming here. He was actually assistant coach of our World University Games team in Russia. Just off the floor, he looks like a different guy. In fact, one time I say, listen, Frank, make sure you smile in this selfie we're doing. That way no one will recognize you, because he's just that way. But he's bringing a really strong team to the table. They are one of the three teams I think have a chance to win this thing. They're bringing lots of fans, so get ready for some Gamecock action.
Absolutely. Let's move on to the Indiana State Sycamores.
They are the Sycamores. Now, they're not necessarily, even though the Sycamores, they're not the tallest team here. They ended up last year just 15 and 16
in the Missouri Valley Conference.
In a tough Missouri Valley Conference, but they finished. They had a great run at the end. They ended up 11-7 record in conference. They finished behind, obviously, Wichita State, who's top 5 or 6 the last few years, and a very good Northern Iowa team who's been here twice before and coming back in 18. So I don't expect them to win this either, but I think they have a chance to at least get a couple W's.
The Norfolk State Spartans are coming to the Jam as well, and they're coming on fresh legs. They've got just 2 returners on this squad this year. How do you think they're going to fare out?
Basketball Jones. I got a Basketball Jones. Oh, baby. That's Coach Jones. That's my guy. So let me tell you a quick story. At Norfolk State. When they were here last time, they played for the championship game against Marquette. They had 2 shots at the buzzer to win it. They missed it. The big center, who's now playing in the NBA, I think with the Knicks, a 7'1" center, was from Norfolk State. The whole season goes on, and my son's watching on TV some years ago and goes, hey, Dad, aren't those our Paradise Jam shirts that we give all our teams that says Norfolk State? I asked the coach, I said, they use that as a shooting shirt. So the whole season, the Paradise Jam shirt, and then they wore it in the tournament, won their first game in the tournament, the play-in game, because of superstition. So the Paradise Jam was spread through the whole season and on national television because he was superstition, wearing the green Paradise Jam stuff. So they would like to reenact that, I think, a little bit. And Coach Jones last year had 20 wins and only 3 20-win seasons ever for Norfolk State in about their 75-year history. So he's no slouch there. They also could be knocking on that championship door.
Paradise Jam's always been a good omen for me. I can't see it being a bad luck omen.
Oh, no. It's always, you got everything you need right here.
Speaking of, let's talk about the U.S. Virgin Islands Basketball Hall of Fame. Every year for the past 2 years, Basketball Travelers has begun this initiative where they reach back into the rich history of basketball in the Virgin Islands and try and shine a light on some of the local talent that has graced these courts then and now. Let's talk about this year's inductees, Nels.
Absolutely. So what I discovered some years ago that Virgin Islanders have a hard problem honoring themselves. And so we said, we're going to reach out. So this is actually our 4th year for the Basketball Hall of Fame. And so it was brought to my attention that in 1965 was the first year that a men's or even women's basketball team represented the U.S. Virgin Islands in international competition. So there are about 12 guys that went over, and they played in Puerto Rico, and 12,000 seat arena. And the crazy thing is that they practiced on outside and on concrete. So it was amazing. We honored them at our awards. It was amazing.
They're great guys. There. And the first woman is inducted into the Hall of Fame now.
Absolutely. Stephanie Williams from St. Croix, and we're honoring them during the men's tournament at halftime. It's incredible. She
wasn't here for the induction ceremony, but she will be here for the jam to receive that. So we'll be right back. We got to take another break. We'll be back with a bit more. I have a surprise for Nels that I've been dying to give him. He has no idea about this, and
is it Christmas?
It's almost. Stay with us. It's coming up. It's back. That's right. The Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games.
Paradise Jam is back in some. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right. The Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. Check out our own UVI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UVI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UVI students with ID, and UVI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to paradisejam.com. See you at the games. Nels Hawkinson and Basketball Travelers has spent every Thanksgiving holiday here in the Virgin Islands for the last 16 years. It's a good thing these people love us, and it's a family-run business because their family is working absolutely every holiday season to kick it off, and we really appreciate it. One person that has been missing from the pack these last few years is Nels' son. His name is Josh Hawkinson, and he wanted to say a little something to his dad. Let's take a look.
Hey, Dad. This is your son checking in. Just wanted to say I'm really proud of everything you're doing. I'm going to miss you a ton over Thanksgiving break, but, I can't wait to be in St. Thomas for next year's Paradise Jam. I hope you have a great time with the tournament, and be sure to say hello to everyone down there for me and let them know that I'll be down there next year to see them all. Love you lots. See ya.
What a great segue into next year's Spiels. I know you're not allowed to get overly excited or very, special about this full circle moment coming up for your family next year, Nels. But we want you to know, as someone who remembers the sweet baby-faced Hawk when he was a little boy mopping up sweat on the floor here at the Paradise Jam, that he is coming back with the Washington State Cougars, where he is ripping it up in the Pac-12, people. Let me tell you something about Josh. He played all 31 games last year. He was #1 in the Pac-12 in rebounds per game and 10th in the nation in rebounds a game. Baby Hawk is soaring, and he's kind of a beast. And I just wanted to get that in there for you, Nels.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, that was a surprise. Now, you have to understand he has all of Mom's traits. That's the first thing. He has my appetite and maybe my hair and maybe my baby face because, you know, he won 4 Barbasol Player of the Game awards during the Pac-12, but the announcer said, you know, you won, and Barbasol's a shaving cream for men. So he said you won more Barbasol Player of the Game awards than you've shaven this season, and it's actually the truth. And he's a great kid. He's 6'10", 250, and we're glad he left our house because we're no longer Costco members.
You couldn't feed that boy. It's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness,
and
that boy brought home the
6'10".
groceries.
He looks like a 6-year-old. He looks like that same little boy that used to come down here at the Paradise Jam and help you guys work this tournament.
He was my ball boy. I remember when Hashim Tabit 7-3 from UConn, he was here. Hashim Tabit ran over him, almost killed my son, you know. And I'll remember, like, I said, hey, buddy, he said, Dad, I'm bored. I said, why are you bored? Because, you know, they don't fall down enough. My job's to wipe up the sweat. I said, no, you're like insurance. You know, you're only used when needed, right? So he runs out I said, yeah, but when you run on the floor, you run out quick. So for those TV games, all your friends, and you got to look up the camera. Camera's up there. You wipe the floor like that so you get a little mug time on TV. No,
well,
that's
he's got plenty
special.
of TV time, especially now playing at Washington State. He's ripping it up. Let's take a look at the 2016 men's field that you can look forward to next year. Baby Hawk is coming with the Cougars, and this is the field along with Ole Miss. The Grizz are coming from the Big Sky Conference. Loyola and NC State, that's a huge one. I can't wait to see this.
Yep.
So as we can see, the Paradise Jam men's field continues to get better and better and better. Try not to get too excited and stay impartial next year, Nels. I don't know how you're going to do it. This jam is not possible without our sponsors that they step up every single year, and we could not do it. They do it. It could not be done without them. So, Nels, can you please let the people know who are the people who make it happen for us?
Absolutely. You know,
year?
the U.S. Virgin Islands Department of Tourism, you know, they give us the money so that the TV can be put on, which then gets people excited when they see the 6 nationally televised games, so that hopefully they'll come down here throughout the year and spend lots of money, and that's a big thing. It's really cool. So big shout out to them. Platinum, you know, we have 2K Sports is our platinum member of Longa Bay Beach Resort. We're excited about, of course, Frenchman's Reef. That's where all the teams stay. They're just awesome there. And Nike, that supplies lots of things. In fact, met the head Nike guy, you know, there as well. Our gold sponsors are Ackley Media Group, Avis, Divibe, of course, CBS TV2, your very own, Coca-Cola, Innovative International Capital Management, MDM Inc., our silver sponsors are AMP Media Consulting, Broadband BI. Normally you have these memorized. We have so many. I'm sorry. Comprehensive Orthopedic Global, Daily News, Dial, Rent to Own, First Bank, Home Depot. Little Switzerland's new this year, which is great. Mahogany Run Golf Course, Red Hook Agencies, U.S. Marine Corps, the Avalanche Radio Show, BINGN, VI Waste Management, and our friend Chipper, Wyco Ltd, and then of course our Bronze, Bellows, Coral World, Havana Blue, SmartNet, Virgin Beverages, Ballerina Jewelers, Banco Popular, Caribbean Screen, Printing, my boy, Get Charmed, Pizza Hut, Tropic Tours, Tutu Park, and VIA Port Authority. Thanks to all our sponsors. Enjoy the games, and if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here, so it's outstanding.
Be sure and enjoy the games. Make sure you get tickets, and remember the hashtag Paradise Jam. Make sure you join us for the women's preview show, and until then, we'll see you at the Jam.
Come see me there. I want to shake your hand, give you a big hugger. I've lost a little weight since last year, but I still got long arms.
We'll be jamming. Thanks so much for watching.
Paradise Jam is back in some. Paradise Jam!
It's back. That's right. The Paradise Jam Tournament is back, celebrating its 16th year in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And the road to the Final Four starts right here in Paradise. The men's tournament kicks off at the UVI Sport and Fitness Center November 20th through the 23rd. Watch top-ranked teams like Tulsa, Florida State, and South Carolina. check out our own UBI Bucks in an exhibition game November 21st. The women's tournament starts November 26th through the 28th. Come and watch big-time matchups with ranked teams like Maryland, Rutgers, and Virginia. Tickets are available at the UBI bookstore. Tickets are $15 for adults, $10 for senior citizens, $5 for children, high school students, UBI students with ID, and UBI staff. CBS Sports Network will be broadcasting on November 20th, 22nd, and 23rd. For more information and game schedules, follow us on Twitter and Facebook or log on to ParadiseJam.com. See you at the games.